Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another Storm Collectibles unboxing and review. Today we have not one, not two, but three very rare Storm Collectible ninjas, which all second-hand, which I am fine with. And it comes from a person on the internet who was getting rid of their collection. Now, I have not seen these yet, but I'm hoping they are all in good and perfect condition. We are going to have the classic Mortal Kombat 1 Subzero. We're going to have the Noob Saibot, this very special edition version, and we are going to have the Human Smoke. All three very rare figures, so let us just dive into it, shall we, and see what we have. So this is exactly as you see it, and oh my goodness, I believe the first one is going to be Noob Cybot. So I'm going to move this box over to the side. We shall take a look and see how he looks. It is nicely bubble wrapped. Oh my goodness, oh he's amazing. Oh, Noob Saibot was always one of my most favourite characters, so this is very cool to see. And yes, it is indeed. If we would focus, one of the ways that you can tell is see the arms and the face. They are actually translucent. Unfortunately, with the lighting that I've got today, you can't see it that well, but you can kind of see it there, the elbow joint. So Noob Saibot has this look, like he's got the kind of ghost look to him, which is very cool. I just realised this is actually the first Mortal Kombat ninja that I've actually held in my hands. He's not the first one that I bought. I got Ermac and Rain, which are still waiting to be unboxed, but this is very cool. That's very, very awesome indeed. I love the face and everything about it. This is soft rubber texture and everything. Let's look at the flexibility of him first, as we do. So he has the ab crunch. Oh, that looks really nice actually. He's got the arm movement, swivel. Arms are a little bit loose, which is not terrible. It's fine. This is all soft rubber here, so you can actually remove that if you wanted to. The mask, I'm pretty sure, is removable. I think Noob Saibot has a Mortal Kombat 1 mask. The legs, let's see, has the double knee joint, which goes all the way back. Very cool. He's got the foot movement as well, the ankle movement. I think the guy's taken really good care of these over the years. So yeah, this arm is a little bit loose. I think this has been moved around quite a bit, but I think it looks perfectly fine. Let's move him into fighting stance, shall we? See how he looks. There we are. How does that look? That is Mr. Bi-Han himself, once he has been resurrected by the Brotherhood of Shadows, by Quan Chi, and amalgamated to work to try and bring back Shinnok. I believe that is the storyline for Noob Saibot. Let's move on to the next one, and I think this is his brother. Well, this could be Kuai Liang. This could also be Bi-Han. I just have two Bi-Han figures. A bit of sellotape there. That is fine. Nice and skewered. And wow. So this is one of the two first Storm Collectible figures for Mortal Kombat that was ever created, was Subzero and Scorpion. And the Subzero specifically is very, very difficult to come by. I think he's always been quite the fan favourite, but it's just getting this original version is so difficult. So again, we have the arm movement, comes up. I really love the way that they just so easily go into poses. You know, every pose looks so fantastic. You know, there's not a mark on this Sub-Zero figure. He looks absolutely fantastic. The Sub-Zero was quite expensive actually, but it was a price that I was willing to pay. He was significantly more expensive than the Sub-Zero in Smoke you'll see in just a second. This leg a little bit tight, but no, it's okay. It's okay. Just making sure. So, I mean, the legs are very, very stiff. I feel that the person that had this before me, he maybe just got them, put them into a singular pose and then never took them out of the pose. The hand's a little bit loose here, so maybe this has just been taken on and put on, put off quite a few times. I like doing little detective work to see what people have done with the figures. I'm guessing, well, Subzero never had white eyes like this. I can't remember any iteration where he looks like that. And yet that's the way that he normally comes. He's meant to have human eyes. But Scorpion is obviously the one that has the white eyes. Someone in the comments below, let me know if I'm incorrect on that one. I really love this World Martial Arts stage. This is the first time I'm using the World Martial Arts stage for displaying the figures. For anyone watching this at some point in the future. But yeah, I think it looks really cool. I think that looks pretty nice. Okay, let's move on to the third figure before we get into the accessories. I think this is the third figure. So this one is Smoke, who unfortunately is damaged, but he's so rare and so hard to find. And I was given a very, very good price on him, which I'm very happy with. And here we have Smoke, indeed. Good friend of both Sub-Zeros, actually. This is turned around a little bit. There we are. It's nice and simple. So, he looked completely fine, but where the damage comes is he has a broken leg. It's not that one. There we have it. So this is the reason that he came cheap to me. But the thing is, it clicks in there, it still moves, you just have to be careful, obviously. It doesn't turn back. But in terms of just displaying and posing, this is completely fine. You know, if you're not looking for, you know, a 100%, you know, collection of, you know, like all mint on card and this kind of thing, this is completely fine for you, you know. And Smoke is so rare, so hard to come by himself, as I said, that, you know, the price that I got for him is absolutely fantastic. So let's see, can he do all his things? Let's go into a little slide pose here. I mean, yeah, look, that looks absolutely perfect, you know. Just angle this up a little bit, change his foot down. Trying to do this kind of stuff on camera isn't the best idea in the world, but almost there, almost. Yeah, perfect. Although I don't think Smoke actually does a slide, I think that's only Sub-Zero and Reptile? Reptile has a slide, doesn't he? I'm sure Reptile has a slide. I know Reptile used to have a slide in Mortal Kombat 1, obviously, because you just stole Sub-Zero and Scorpion's movesets. And Noob Saibot, to an extent, has a slide, but it's his shadow clone that does the slide, rather than him. So, yeah. I think that's very cool, actually. I'm just going to keep him in that pose for just now. There we are. That looks pretty cool. Yeah. It's a nice little diorama there. 3 very, very rare figures, indeed. So, very happy with those. We have a lot of bubble wrap here. So now let us get into the accessories, which is where it becomes exciting. So all of the accessories should be here. I'm going to move the camera down a little bit so that we can see it all as it opens. And let us take a look and see exactly what we have. So, just be very careful about how this opens up. Good, it is all nicely protected and bubble wrap. Ah, he's also put it in a nice little plastic sleeving and everything. Ah, okay. So it looks like all the parts are all together, they're not separated. which is fine. Luckily I know enough about this to know what each one should be for each character. So this is Smoke's little smoke grenade effect. There should be 4 of these little smoke parts. 1, 2, 3 and 4. These go on the limbs of Smoke to give him the smoke effects. So we shall see that in just a moment. We have... So the Noob Saibot is a clone of the Mortal Kombat 1 Scorpion figure, which is the reason I didn't bother to go and get the Mortal Kombat 1 Scorpion. So this is the flame effect for the Fatality. It's the smoke Fatality. There's hair in there. Thank you. I did not want the hair. And there is the skull, which comes with the opening mouth. So this is the Noob Cybot version of the skull. I think it's the same as the Scorpion one. I don't know if it's darker or not. Someone in the comments, let me know. It's very cool. Very well detailed in the opening jaw. It's very nice. But obviously Noob Saibot never had a fatality where he removes his mask and he's got the skull. But he is a Revenant, so that works out. This is the Subzero Ice Blast, obviously. That shall go over here. And this is the foot slide for Subzero. Focus, there we are. I thought Subzero came with more effects than that. Maybe not. And Subzero comes with the spine and the skull for his head rip fatality. And this is also on a swivel, so the very cool thing is you can take this head off and replace it with an opponent's head. This mouth doesn't open. I think this is, yeah, you can see this is sculpted in. So this is, Sub-Zero was probably made before Scorpion was, judging by the fact that this jaw doesn't open, because if it did, then you would think that Scorpion was the one that was first. So if we just clip this out, there you are. You see the ball joint, and you can put anyone else's head on that, which is very, very cool. It's a nice detailed spine. It's not entirely correct biologically, but I mean, we're talking about Mortal Kombat here. You know, we're not going for medical expertise. So other accessories for Noob Saibot. So Noob Saibot comes with these, which Mortal Kombat 1 Scorpion does not. So what this is a decapitation effect. So this part here clips onto the top of someone's body, and this part here clips underneath their head, so that it gives this blood effect of, oh, my hands are in the way, gives this blood effect of like doing the uppercut and then the head explodes off the body. So this is a very, very cool accessory, having these. Let's see what else we have here. We have this. Now, this is interesting, because this is identical to the Mortal Kombat 1 Scorpion spear throw, but this one, the rope is black instead of the kind of beige brownish colour. Other than that, it's exactly the same. But the other thing is, where Noob Saibot comes with the head decapitation ability, the original Mortal Kombat 1 Scorpion comes with this kunai rounded up so he can hold it in his hand rather than its extended version. So that can just sit over there. Let us, before we start looking at these parts, there we have the Mortal Kombat 1 mask for Noob Saibot. We have the Mortal Kombat 1 mask for Sub-Zero. And we have the Mortal Kombat 1 mask for Smoke, which is very, very nice to see. All of those. And then the last part here is the hands. So, the Noob Saibot hands should be very easy to come by. So there we have the Karate Chop hands for Noob Saibot. You can sit over there. We have the Tiger Grip hands for Noob Saibot as well. And it's Tiger Claw. We have the... this is the holding an item hand. You only get one of these, and it's only the right hand, as Noob Saibot is right-handed. Scorpion comes with the exact same. And then we have the open hands for Noob Saibot. So that is all of our different sets of hands. Now, Smoke and Subzero, this is going to be a little bit more difficult because I feel like these are exactly the same. I don't know if we can even differentiate here anything between them. We'll try. So they both have the right hand grip. They look almost identical colour. There's a tiny little bit of coloration difference, but I think the lighter one is maybe Smoke and the darker one is Subzero. Just judging by the figures that I'm looking at in front of me. But I mean, it's so negligible, you know, it's almost impossible to say that there is a difference. So we have the karate chop hands. Yep, we have 4 sets of karate chop hands. I'm just going to put them in my hand and you can see for yourself what you think at home. I mean, they are pretty much identical, aren't they? There we go, it's nice and focused. Same coloration and everything. I don't think there's much of a difference. I think anything that I can see, I'm just looking into myself, you know. I'm just thinking, well, that one looks a little bit lighter, but it could just be an illusion. So they both have the open hand here, same open hand. And the same on the other side, open hand right, open hand right. Well, that's the left hand actually, never mind. I don't know what I'm talking about. And then we have the tiger grip hands. The thing is, this one does look a little bit darker than this one. So maybe there's a difference. Maybe if I spend some proper time analysing, I'll be able to notice the difference. Because this one's a little bit lighter as well than this one. And there we go. So, actually, fantastic. You know, round of applause to this guy. Let's just do this up. He's done an excellent job in keeping the collections of these, which is very, very nice, especially with the figures that they are. It's very, very cool. So, right, let's try out some accessories then, shall we? We're going to do Smoke first because Smoke is really cool. I want to see what Smoke looks like with these parts on him. So this is the first thing that we're going to go with. We're going to go with Smoke. And if I do this here, then the camera can still see everything perfectly fine. Good. So, the way that I'm going to display these, just for my own collection, is I'm going to have them with their effects. So, just to show you a little glimpse into the future, this is Cyber Smoke, and you see that Cyber Smoke still has his smoke effects on him, and that's just the way that I keep them. I keep them nice and displayed so that they've got all the parts on them, rather than just having, you know, each of the ninjas look normal, I suppose. So let us remove this hand. Well, the ball joint came out from the wrist, which it's not meant to do. It's meant to come out from the hand. I don't think that is a problem, but right, well, what we're going to have to do here is we need to remove this from the hand. We had the same problem with Shao Khan, so right, well, that's a little bit annoying. I might have to try and work that off camera. Interesting. And the other hand? Other hand's the same thing. Right. Well, irritating. But right, okay, so what we are doing here is we are doing the hand parts first. So I don't know if there's a right and left for these, or if they're the same. I feel like maybe this is the, well, my right, so Smoke's left, because it should angle upwards, judging by the way this is. So let's attach those first. Do it like that way maybe, and then the hand can just clip in there. Something like that. It feels like it didn't quite clip in, but it seems secure enough, so who am I to judge? And the other hand, same thing. So if anyone remembers, in the original Mortal Kombat games, Smoke had this effect where he had little smoke parts coming off him, like all the time. So this is what they're trying to replicate here with this smoke. The butterfly joint is a little bit stiff, but that's okay. So for a second there I thought that was glue that was in there, but maybe I'm mistaken. No, it can't be. No, okay. No, I think it's fine. I think it's fine. Just saw that there and was a little bit panicked for just a second. So if we do something like that, then yeah, you can kind of get the look for how Smoke is going to be like. And then we have the leg ones, which we're always going to put on. So is there a shape for these? Yeah, that way. Because it wouldn't make sense that way. It makes sense this way. Okay, so this is what we're going to have to be careful with. So this leg comes off, which makes things a little bit easier. So this should just pop off, like so. It can be very scary, but I've seen other people doing it and they had no problems, and I've also had no problems. So yes, and then this just gets right in there, and then you just put the foot back on, I think. And you should have your smoke effect. There we go, okay, there it clicks in. There, it wasn't clicked in initially, but it did that time. And yes, there, we are starting to get the cool action poses of Smoke. And the right foot, which I'm going to be a little bit more careful with. And then just shoves in. Oh, this one's actually much easier. And then that should just click in like so. And there we have it. This foot I don't think is quite clicked in properly, because it's not really giving me much movement here. But there we are. It's not entirely stable for some strange reason. Come on, Smoke, stand. What is your issue here? Is it the smoke parts? Are they making you fall over? Are they too heavy? Is it the feet? What's going on here? Is your body? Hang on, I mean you're... Whoa. Oh, now that's a problem. The butterfly joint is just entirely came off there. That is not something that is supposed to happen. So let's look at the butterfly joint here. So there's the shoulder, that part there. Actually, no. No, I think this is okay, actually. I think this is fixable. We're okay. It's just the first time I've ever seen the shoulder come off. But Airmac does have an effect where where the arms are supposed to be removed. So we just need to put this back in, like so. And there we go. This is the first time I've ever actually seen the butterfly joint, so that's quite cool. Cool is another word for scary. Came out quite loosely there, and then this should just clip back into the ball socket, like so, with a very nice, very firm click. I think this might be a bit loose before. Maybe the guy that owned these before wasn't aware that these were removable. So this leg, there we are, bit stiff. That just turns a little bit there. And having severe problems here. I think the smoke effects do give them problems, but there, okay, we finally have them. We did. I swear we had them. There. Okay. Oh, nope. Okay. What is your issue, Smoke? I've spent the past couple of minutes just trying to get Smoke to stand. And the thing is, all the other Strong Collectibles figures, they stand so well and so easily. It's just this guy that's giving me a little bit of problem. There, if we angle the feet a little bit, if we angle the legs a little, we do a little bit of geometry, then there. A little bit of engineering. There. Done. My goodness. That was a lot of work. It's not really a good Smoke pose though, is it? After all that. You know what, how about we have the arms at the side and then, you know, kind of menacingly looking forward and maybe turn the body a little bit. Oh my goodness, we're having the same issues immediately again. Jeez. It seems to be one of the legs is quite stiff. It's maybe something I'm going to have to work on off camera, because we've spent quite a lot of time on Smoke now. There we go. Okay, that is good enough. That looks pretty cool with his smoke effects and everything, and obviously comes with this little smoke bomb. I don't know what to do with smoke bomb. I'm probably not even going to display it if I'm honest. Right, let's move on to Subzero, which is a little bit easier. So this here, there should be a hand that clips into this, and unfortunately I'm not exactly sure which one it is, so we're going to have to do a little bit of testing here. Is it just that one? Did I get it right first time? It might just be. That might be perfect actually. And Subzero is right-handed, so that is correct. Yeah, okay. Right, let's try it then. And then please don't come off of the wrist. Oh, thank goodness. And if we just clip you in, like so. And maybe do something like this. Maybe do something like that. Now, can I make this two-handed? Or is that asking too much? No, actually I think I might be able to. In fact, actually, maybe it's supposed to be two-handed. Hang on, doing a little bit of kerfuffling here, a little bit of modelling. This is my perfectionist part taking over. Oh no, okay. That did come out of the socket once again. Okay, so if we do something like that, and then if we do something like that, and then we do something like that. Oh, it poses nicely. And then if we attach you to the side of the foot, does this actually attach or does it just sit there? Maybe it just sits there. Then yes, there we go. Although it's from the camera's perspective, because it's looking down, it looks like Sub-Zero's aiming the ice downwards, but let's just move his hands up a little bit. Give it a little bit nicer perspective. How does that look? Yeah, that looks pretty cool actually. And this hand we know goes with Sub-Zero. So yeah, that looks pretty cool. Let's just test the grip hand with the spine. So this is the grip hand. I think this is supposed to go like so. Let's grip hand here, spine. Does it? I don't want to go forcing it. Maybe it's meant to be another hand. Is it maybe the tiger grip hand? Ah, yes. Okay, that looks more like it. There we go. There we go. Yeah. So if you use the tiger grip hand rather than the gripping action hand, the spine fits perfectly into it. It's pretty much been molded for it, I think. So it is so perfect. So then you can swap that out with that and have the Fatality version. So yes, that's pretty cool. We'll move the smoke effect over here for just now, and we'll move Sub-Zero back. Okay, we're gonna have to move you a second, Smoke. Don't fall over. I said don't. It's fine. Smoke, please. Why? Why are you like this? Okay, there. There. Good. Okay, last one. Noob Saibot. Right, so let's try. Let's remove one hand here. Okay, it came out of the wrist joint once again. So, can you just click on, like go like around like this? Maybe? Is it better to go under? Possibly. And then click in like so. Yeah, there we are. Immediate perfection. That's what I like to see. That's pretty cool actually. Let's take a quick look and see what the flaming head fatality looks like then. So the head just pops off like so, and the skull just clicks on. It should just click on. Okay, it's a little bit of refusal to click on, if I'm honest. Okay, you know what, we'll just leave it like that. Kind of sort of balancing on the top. Not exactly what it's meant to be like, but whatever. And then we just open the jaw a little. And then we have the flame effect down here. I'll do it where the camera can see it. And then you should just log in like that. And then we have to just lean you down a little. Rotate the head up. It should clip in, but it's just not. And then if you can get the mouth to open just a little bit more, should be a little bit like that. Get them into it a little bit more, and there we go. There's the fire breath fatality. for, as I said, wasn't clipping in. It should clip in, it's just in refusal. I don't know what to tell you. But actually that segues perfectly into our next part. So let's try the decapitation fatality. So this should just clip into the top, like so. And then stand you up, and then into the bottom. This part clips into here, like so. There's a proper way around, so clips in like that. And there you have it, there's a perfect decapitation part, which is very cool. So maybe if we just bring in another strong collectible figure here. There, something like that. And then you can have Hulk Hogan literally punch people's heads off, which is rather hilarious. So, this has been quite a long review. Let's take you back off and we'll put you back to being Noob Saibot once again. Take this off. Oh, last thing, we'll just look at the masks. So the mask should just slide off. There's what they look like without the mask on. And the other one, the Mortal Kombat one mask, just slides in exactly like so. Once you line it up. And there you go. And then that just goes, the mask part there that's soft rubber goes at the top of it. And exactly like so. And then that clips into the top. So there we have it. Right, so let's remove this spear. The spear is really more of a scorpion thing than Noob Saibot. Noob Saibot's all about shadows and teleporting and all such. So, oh, move the camera. Sorry about that. My apologies. There we are, get him into his Noob Saibot pose once again. So, let me just remove some of these accessories. I'll just move them down to the side. So these are all smokes, this is all Subzeros, these are decapitation things, and this is Noob Cybot's. And I can sit over to the side, like so. And the skull can move over to the side as well, and let's bring it all over here too. There we go. Right, size comparison. That is the next thing that we would normally do, so let's get into that, indeed. So let's move this up a little bit so that you can see everything. So we'll keep the characters as they are, just stand them like so. Smoke please, no need for that. So first off, let's compare cyber smoke to human smoke. So the cyber unit seems a little bit taller, quite a bit taller actually. So Noob Cybot is standing at full height next to him, and you can see that there is a size difference there between them. So that's interesting. You know what, I'm going to move the camera down a little bit so that we can see it more at scale. Yeah, that looks a little bit better. So yeah, you can see that Cyber Smoke is a little bit taller. Subzero is obviously crouched because he's doing his slide. But yeah, if you take regular Smoke, who is just in refusal to stand, and stand him next to Cyborg Smoke, then yeah, you can see the height difference between them. Interesting. One of the things I do really like about Smoke is that the light shines off of this. This is like a more glossy colour than the matte standard for the other ninjas. So that's very cool to see. Let's see what other characters we have. Sector will of course be exactly the same. No, we don't really have space for Sector. No, you're going to have to set out the picture. Right, let's remove Cyber Smoke. You know what, we're going to remove Noob Saibot as well. Because we are running out of space in our displays. Subzero, you can sit back here, and Smoke, you're going to be the one that we are going to display characters next to, so I need you to stand, please. Just, oh my goodness, Smoke, why? Everyone else is so good. It must just be these accessories that's giving them problems. I mean, they're a little bit weighted, they're a little bit heavy, but there we go. Okay, so we've seen the cyber units. Let's compare with another line of strong collectibles, which is Hulk Hogan. So if you want to compare him to your wrestlings, Hulk Hogan, a little bit taller. I think that's fine. Makes sense. Next one is also from Strong Collectibles, different franchise. Kazuya from Tekken. Now Kazuya is quite a tall figure, so you can see. I think all the Tekken figures are maybe quite tall. Kazuya is the only one that I've got, but I've seen that Jin's kind of stands about the same height as Kazuya, so that's something interesting to see. We'll go into taking a quick look at McFarlane. So we have the McFarlane Baraka and Katana. So we have Kazuya out of the way, and compare you to Katana. Kazuya, you sit over here. And we'll move Hulk Hogan. And compare you to Baraka. So there you can see the McFarlane wave. Katana hiding her face with her fan. But yeah, so McFarlane figure is a little bit taller than the ninjas. The ninjas actually seem relatively short now that I'm looking at it. As I said, these are the first ninjas that I've actually held in my hands. They're not the first ones that I've owned, but they're the first ones that I've actually done an unboxing for. So that's interesting to see that the ninjas are a little bit shorter. We'll move you guys. And let's bring in a couple of boss characters next, shall we? And we shall start with, he is not king, he is Khan, he is Shao Khan. And as you can see, Shao Khan is absolutely huge. Now I think Shao Khan was one of the first strong collectible figures to be released after the initial ninjas. So Shao Khan is really in scale with these ninja characters. More of the other ones came later on. So you can see even Shao Khan sitting on his throne is still absolutely massive. But although I've not done this for all the other videos, we're going to move Shao Khan and we're going to have him stand to show the difference. Jesus. To have him show the difference in height with them. So, it is bring out Shao Khan, who I've not brought out or stood up in a long time. He's just been sitting on his throne ever since I did the unboxing video for him. And you can see the absolute size difference of the Conqueror, the Emperor of Outrealm. Outrealm? Outworld. Outward Realm. So yeah, you can see Shao Khan is absolutely ginormous, which is very, very cool to see. And yeah, probably about the right height difference for in-game. So, yep, that makes sense. Let's bring out a slightly larger character. Another big boss character, which is going to be Goro this time. So we need to make space for Goro because he's absolutely ginormous. So Shao Khan, please take a little stand in the back. which Shao Khan will never be happy with. He does not stand in the background for anyone. But there we have the height difference with the prince of the Shokan in Goro, who does not even fit in camera. So let us fix that by rotating the camera up a little bit. So this is Goro in smoke with her feet next to one another, and you can see the absolute height difference of smoke and Goro there. So that is what to expect if you're intending to have them displayed next to your boss characters. And last, but by no means least, let's bring in the Mortal Kombat 3 boss character of Motaro. So we're going to have to move smoke. Oh. And by move smoke I mean move Subzero for this one. Just to show you the actual height difference here, because Motaro is ginormous. He is ginormous huge, I think is the technical term for it. Ginormous huge. And yes, here you can see the size comparison with Motaro. So yes, Motaro is a big boy, as one would expect. So there you have it. That is what happens when you are half man, half horse, because horses are generally pretty tall creatures themselves. So, I hope you all enjoyed that video. If you did enjoy it, please give us a like, share and subscribe. It's only a small click for you, but it means a lot to me. And thank you all for coming, especially if you stayed this long. This is a very long video, 47 minutes, my goodness, the longest video yet, I believe. But it was reviewing 3 separate figures all at once, so I suppose in terms of time, that's not too terrible. But that's going to be it for this video, so I hope you all enjoyed, and we shall see you all in the next video. Goodbye, everybody.